Hello. How are you? You're my interpreter today?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. I'm Brandon. Nice to see you.
Laura.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today for our weekly press conference. Beautiful day out. It's so good to be outside the office. With us, we have Nate Hinkle for Transit. Nate's going to talk to us about safety with school in session. We know that most Wichita kids at this point are in school, and we want to get an update on how to keep those kids safe as they utilize our bus system and also their bus system. So with that, Nate.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning. Nate Hinkle with Wichita Transit. As the mayor mentioned, school is back in session for our younger students and will be for university students next week. And just to be mindful that we'll see more students out and about, and it's good to make sure that practice safe driving habits and so forth. We've had a very busy summer with students. They were riding free all summer long with the RIDE program. We had about 70 students per day that were utilizing that program during the summer to get to work, summer activities, and so forth. Right now we are providing busing for the students, and we have several hundred students that are riding with us already this week. It's about 850 a day rides that we're seeing through just the Wichita Public School students and others that are choosing to ride. We have direct access to most of the middle and high schools in town, and all the others are within walking distance. In fact, we're providing so much service right now that our buses are full on the morning and afternoon trips to and from school, and we're even adding additional buses to cover that extra needed capacity. And so we have students that are assigned to our routes and some others that are choosing to ride just as an extra way to get to school if they aren't provided busing. We do have discounted student passes that are available for the semester and the year, and that information can be found on our website. It's an excellent way to have another means of transportation for the students. Also with the university, with Wichita State University, all the students, staff, and faculty ride any of our routes free anytime. And we also have campus routes that provide connectivity services between their campuses around the city. And those would be routes 21A and 202A, and those are also free and open to the public on the university campus as well. Students have always been a huge part of our ridership, especially the last few years. Last spring semester, we averaged approximately 23,000 student rides per month. So the students are definitely taking advantage of the services that we provide, and we're looking forward to providing additional services. The best way to find information on planning your trip is with the MyStop mobile app. You can plan your trip, you can see the buses in real time, you can see service updates of any detours and things like that are going on. And you can also visit our website for how to ride videos and additional information. With that, I'll turn it back over to the mayor.
All right, thanks, Nick. And for drivers, please remember that our Wichita police officers are enforcing traffic laws, particularly by schools. Nothing's worse than hearing about a child who gets off the bus, tries to cross the street, and gets hit by a car with a driver that wasn't paying attention. So we want to obviously hopefully go through the year without any of those incidents, but we will be out there making sure that our police officers are enforcing traffic, particularly by schools, to try to minimize any of those tragedies. So speaking of transit, yesterday the U.S. Department of Transportation, Federal Transit Administration, has announced that the city of Wichita will receive $3.95 million in federal grant funding for the purchase of 10 electric vehicles and the installation of 5 in-port charging stations. These new vehicles will be used to replace existing fossil fuel vans. So the award, the FTA awarded $1.66 billion in grants to transit agencies, territories, and states across the country to invest in 150 bus fleets and facilities. So Wichita is very fortunate to be part of that recipient group. This furthers our work to converting our fleet into an entire battery/electric fleet These vans are expected to reduce operating and maintenance expenses while reducing levels of CO2 that are emitted into our city air overall. So we expect the new vehicles in Wichita the second quarter of 2023. And now it's my pleasure to welcome up Shanna with the Parks and Recs Department to discuss the Miracle League, which plays right here at Orchard Park. The league is a chance for kids age 5 to 21 who are differently abled to play baseball. So Shanna, would you like to come up and tell us more?
Thanks, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. Shanna Applehands, Marketing and Communications Manager. Wichita Park and Recreation is really excited for the return of Miracle League of Wichita this fall. And thanks to our generous league sponsor, Shields, every participant will play for free. The Miracle League of Wichita provides opportunities for players ages 5 to 21 with special needs to play baseball. What makes this league that's adaptive so unique is every player bats each inning. All players are safe on the bases. Every player scores a run before the inning is over, which means that last batter in the lineup is hitting a home run every time, which is a pretty amazing feeling. Each team and every player wins every game. All practices and games are played here at Miracle Field in Orchard Park. Miracle Field is the first of its kind in Kansas, a custom-designed rubber surface field for children and adults with disabilities. Miracle League of Wichita would not be possible without many volunteers, and we are looking for coaches and buddies to assist the players. Buddies are individuals that are on the field with the athletes, helping guide them to first, second, third, home. They're also out on defense, assisting them there, just ensuring they're having a good time. Registration is currently open and it will close next Thursday, August 25th. And we encourage everyone to register as quickly as possible since this is the first time Miracle League is being offered for free in the public. Visit wichita.gov/Miracle League to get more details and to register. And just on a personal note, I'd like to share with everyone, as a parent of a teenager with special needs, I am beyond excited for the opportunity for my child to participate in Miracle League this year. He sits in the stands with us every week watching his brother down on the field, whether it's football, baseball, and I can see that desire in his eyes to wanting to be on the field and to play on a team. So thanks to Park and Recreation, my family now has the opportunity to enjoy that experience with our kiddo with special needs. So I just encourage everyone in a similar situation to register, and we look forward to seeing everyone out here on the ball field next month. Thank you.
Thank you, Shanna, and thank you to Parks and Recs for making this possible. Last we're going to talk about is the council is expected to vote on a contract for professional third-party assessment of our Wichita police operations and the organizational culture. I sat on the panel, and the agency that we are recommending is Jensen Hughes, I think. I don't know. I might be messing this up. Anyways, we had an incredible response. We went national when it came to looking for the best firm in the nation to come in and to do an evaluation. Jensen was one of our 9 finalists that we interviewed, and then we interviewed them. We narrowed it down to 2 finalists, and then on the final interview, they definitely show that they were the best. So after the process, they will provide us with the best possible comprehensive review of our police department's culture, administrative processes, procedures, culture, and standard of conduct. So if approved, they will first start with gathering community input, conduct a statistical analysis of data, reviewing policies and procedures, and providing actionable recommendations with identifiable and measurable outcomes. So again, this isn't just a review of or a study which sits on the desk or on a shelf for years that no one reads. This is actually, we'll have action steps afterwards about what we can do to continue to make Wichita the best community it can be. So we expect the report early next year, and we'll be working with them to provide a thorough and in-depth view of our police practices, not only for the internal use, but also to show the community the steps we need to take forward to make, again, the best possible police department in the state. So we look forward to working with them and their team and to continuing to find ways to provide our residents with more possible public safety, with the best public safety department that we could achieve. So look forward to presenting this item next Tuesday to the community. As always, we welcome feedback for these meetings, so please feel free to email a council member for those feedback. This group will be providing monthly reports to the council as well. These will be written reports, but we'll make sure they get out so people know where we are in the process. With that, we'll open up to questions.
With transit, has there been any, staffing issues lately, just filling the positions with the CDL holding drivers?
You won't find a city or department that's not having staffing issues throughout the entire country. But as far as transit goes, I think we have some folks who might be able to speak more specifically to transit, but we have had one of the issues when it comes to, I think, increasing our services has been finding and retaining drivers. But Ms. Tan, do you want to?
If you'd like, Mayor, sure.
Yeah, you can come up and. So we have Director Tan with us to speak more directly to this.
Thank you, Mayor. As the mayor said, this city transit is in the same position that most city departments are in. It's a very, very tight job market all throughout every level that we deal with. We're working very hard, doing a lot of recruitment, bringing in a lot of new operators. We have our own in-house training. We do our own in-house certification to allow them to get their CDLs. So we feel we're on a really good track, especially with these new vehicles coming in. But a lot of our workers retired. It was good to have seasoned, but they do like to retire when the time comes. So, but we are dealing with that, and I think HR in our department is doing everything that they can, and also HR at the city level. So we're happy with the direction that it's going, at least.
All right, further questions? So we'll continue to keep the folks updated and notified, particularly with the policing study. That has been months in the works, and is going to be something I think that folks would be interested in following that process. So again, thank you everyone for being here, and please reach out during the week if there's any questions that we can help answer. Thank you.
Like you are. Is this yours?
Done so many of them, I'm sure.